Good morning. I've invited Mary Dulce, who's currently our lay leader, to talk a little bit about why she is supporting our current capital campaign. Mary?
Good morning, Chad.
And tell us a little bit about your background.
I'm originally from Lincoln, Nebraska, and went to the University of Nebraska. My father was the Associate Dean of the Teachers College, and my mother was also a professor. Graduated from UNL, and my master's is in psychology from the University of Oklahoma.
So which team do you cheer for
Nebraska.
football? Okay, there's no question.
Unapologetically, we still have our season tickets.
Now, if your background is in public education, especially with your parents, how did you come to be supportive of what we're doing now with our Christian high school?
It's been very easy. We've watched, as a board member, I've watched the middle school and its growth, and I've been so excited, especially after I took a tour of the school, to see exactly what's happening with the young people we're teaching there. It used to be, Ted, as you know, that the public schools were able to support parents in their teaching children about morals and values and those kinds of things, and it's become more challenging for public educators to do that. What I believe is happening at our village school is that we are teaching young people what you call Christ skills, which are exactly the kinds of things that used to be taught and supported in the public schools. Kindness, integrity, the kind of beliefs that make strong leaders for the future. And so it seemed to me a natural progression, given the success of the village middle school, that we would support building a village high school.
How do you answer the fact that sometimes people think we're building this elitist school for rich kids and the church is paying for it, which, as you know, is not the fact? But
Right.
What is your response when you hear that kind of comment?
My response is that John and I both love to invest in things that we think will get a good return. This high school is going to be producing leaders, Christian leaders, who have a strong understanding of those values, who will go out into the world and will be, again, supporting those kind of values in their leadership positions, whether they're doctors or business people or homemakers or whatever profession they choose to follow. And I think the important thing is we are creating the physical building. We are not subsidizing the tuition for these kids at all, although there are scholarships available for needy children, as we strongly have encouraged. What we're doing is supporting the church's primary mission, which is the village school, and has been since I was on the board several years ago.
Now, as you know, it's not just a high school. We will have a gym that will be used by the church for Upward, other programs.
Right.
Youth events will be there, some offices for several years. And I know it also ties into the sanctuary. What's been your observation, because you were involved in helping to redesign our worship and music program a couple years ago?
One of the most exciting things that has happened in this church is obviously Steve coming to join our staff, and as well as the rest of the staff we have right now. We are so blessed with the staff we have at this church. And so, as we've seen with Steve and the musicians that he's bringing in, we have grown the music program to be, in my opinion, about the best that I've seen ever. So we need to have the availability to expand the sanctuary, because our church is going to continue to grow. How exciting to think about the fact that we are bringing more and more people to know Jesus Christ. I can't think of anything better in which to invest.
Well, my last question has to do with commitment for you. I know from conversations that you're already a committed tither, you and your husband John, and you give to other missions and concerns, but you've made an extra special commitment to this.
Absolutely. It worked better for us to make a 5-year commitment, and I know some people are making 3-year commitments, but we made a significant commitment to this project, Ted, because even though we don't have personally our children or our grandchildren involved in it, we see the benefits of having this for our community, for our state, for really the culture in which we plan to spend the rest of our lives.
So you would have no problem recommending to everyone else in the church to prayerfully make a commitment for the future of Christian leaders in our community, but for our whole country?
Absolutely, unequivocally. I have encouraged everyone with whom I have spoken personally, and some of our friends have made the same kind of financial commitment we have made. Others have not been able to make the same commitment. But I think whether it's small or large, if you believe in the values that the village school is teaching, if you believe in this church and its mission, then making a commitment is the next subsequent move that I would hope everyone would make.
Thank you.
You're welcome.